So hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another weekly tech relief session. Now for all those who are new to this channel, in this session every Sunday I try to bring out some of the most interesting tech updates that has happened throughout the past week. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and along with that press the bell icon beside it so that you never miss an awesome tech update from my side. Now that I've done that, without wasting any more time, let's jump into some interesting tech updates. So the first interesting is coming from Flipkart that now you can buy the Redmi Note 5, the Note 5 Pro at just rupees 999. Well, how is that? Flipkart is offering you a big exchange value for your smartphones. So for the Redmi Note 5, you get an exchange value of around 11,000 rupees for the 64GB variant and 9,000 rupees for the 32GB variant, and around 14,000 of exchange value for the 64GB variant of Note 5 Pro. Now I have personally checked out this exchange discount and found out that the full exchange value can be availed by you only if you are an high-end iPhone user. But still, if you are having an old device, you can always go for the exchange value with this brilliant 2018 devices. Now the next interesting tech update is that a Russian hacker group has compromised many home and organization based routers. Though FBI has seized the websites which the hackers use to give instructions to the routers, but still there are many routers which are vulnerable to this. So make sure to update all your router firmware as soon as possible. Now next interesting update is that MIT has developed a sensor equipped with genetically engineered bacteria. It is an example of an application of bacteria on a chip technology. Now in this, the sensors are made up of many living cells, and these sensors convert the responses from bacteria into wireless signals. Now the patient has to ingest or to eat these sensor, and the sensor will go inside his stomach and report of any infection that might have occurred inside the stomach. The bacteria will be reacting to these infections, and those reactions will be converted to wireless signals which will be perceived by the computer devices. So now in the WhatsApp group, a dismiss admin feature has been added, where previously if you wanted to dismiss a participant in the WhatsApp group from his admin privileges, then you have to simply remove him from the group and then again add him as just a normal member. But now you do not need to remove the member from the WhatsApp group if you want to revoke his admin privileges. So now the next update is for the Meizu fans. Well, I am one of them, and Meizu has launched its M8C in the Russian smartphone market for roughly around 10,500 Indian rupees. This smartphone will be housing a Snapdragon 425 quad-core processor, which is quite old now. It will be having a 5.45 inch of 18:9 display with a resolution of 720 x 1440 pixels. It will be having a 13 megapixel f2.2 aperture rear camera and an 8 megapixel f2.2 aperture front facing shooter. And these all will be powered by a 3040 mAh of battery. Well, we expect Meizu to make a comeback in the Indian smartphone market in the budget segment, but with a better hardware. Now India has ranked among the top 3 countries which has been most targeted for phishing and malware attacks. On the first position being Canada and the second being US. Well, what is phishing and malware attacks? It is basically the bank fraud calls which many people receive asking for their account details and the card details. So now Asphalt 9 Legends have been finally released in India. Well, actually it has not been officially launched in India, but it has been officially launched in the Play Store. The Asphalt 9 is presently in the soft launch phase and is for the user testing in the Philippines area. Well, if you want to play that game, then make sure to download the zip file which I have provided in the description below, and also you have to download the ExpressVPN APK from the Play Store, and in that ExpressVPN you have to create a free account and change your location to Philippines, and then simply copy the OBB file into the Android OBB folder and install the APK file and you'll be good to go. But here is one important notice, that this game is meant for high-end devices and mostly for the Qualcomm Snapdragon powered devices. So if you have a MediaTek device, then do not waste your data in downloading this heavy game. Though if you have a rooted device, then you may try out some tricks to emulate your processor and the GPU to make the game think that your device is running on a Snapdragon powered processor. So Vivo has launched its Vivo Z1 in China. It is having a 6.26 inch notch display with a resolution of 1080 x 2280 pixels. It will be powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 processor, an Adreno 512 GPU, 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of internal memory. It is roughly priced around 20,000 Indian rupees in China. Now another interesting update is that Code Documents has revealed that Apple has been hiding some of the informations. Now the information that has come that Apple knew that the iPhone 6, iPhone 6s, iPhone 6s Plus were more prone to bending than the previous generation iPhone 5 and 5s. But still, they did not make any engineering changes, and they did not even admit previously that these bending were a fault of the manufacturing, and they continued to ship the devices as it is. Now this can result into a greater threat for the trust on Apple devices by the majority of world population. So the final news for today is that Instagram mute feature has been updated in the application, where you can mute any profile without unfollowing them. With this mute feature, you will not be interrupted by the new posts of the muted profile on your Instagram feed, but at the same time you do not have to need to unfollow that person also, and even that person will not come to know that you have muted him. So that is all for today, guys. I hope you like this interesting tech update session. Make sure to leave behind a like for this video and share this with all your friends and family. And before leaving, subscribe to the channel along with pressing the bell icon beside it. See you in my next video. Till then, goodbye.